I wouldn't say one I want to share, but I know Elijah kind of talked to me this week about how I took some heat for dropping O and converting to QQQI, and then later on, I sold all of my holdings of Omaha OMAH and did the same thing. Um, so I don't know if Elijah wants to talk about that or not, but I did do that. Saying it's good or bad, it's the best decision for me. And part of the drop of the OMAH was just return of capital versus return on capital. And I already have some holdings that give me significant exposure to the difference of each. So it just wasn't for me. But
Who was
yeah, I
giving you slack? Was
consolidated my.
it Were you getting slack from people you knew, or just from random people that were following the ticker symbol?
Oh, just random people that follow me, and it's cool, right? It's the O tribe is. I don't want to say similar to the Bitcoin tribe, but they're definitely maxis about it, and that's fine, right? People can do what they want. It's best for them. I just felt I could maximize that return a little bit better.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that's the funniest part about X is there's people are passionate about literally anything. It really doesn't matter what it is. Some people are just they will stand by whatever it is. It's really funny. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Investing's personal. So I actually was thinking about doing it. Realty income has been a tough hold for a while. I keep defending it, but I mean it's in my portfolio for just diversification. But man, it's definitely been my biggest underperformer.
yeah, I mean, for me, I timed it like right after it paid the dividend, right, just to maximize that, and then I just sold it and converted. Um, Added a little bit more to the holdings of QQQI right before that dividend paid. I mean, I'm still going to follow realty income. Um, but yeah, it's underperformed a little bit. And I saw this week it gained a little bit. But overall, I think I'm still in a better spot.
Yeah, it's been bouncing from like 55 to 60 for the last 5 years, so it it gains and loses. It doesn't really change. I still like the company though. I mean, the dividend growth is great. It's kind of nice seeing my dividends go up every month, which is pretty cool. It's nothing to go crazy about, but it's kind of a cool thing to see in real time.
Yeah, the QQQI is an interesting one. I've been looking into that one too. I just recently added GPIQ, I think it is. Yeah, John got me on that one, man. I couldn't. I've been watching it for a minute, but it was like, you know what? It's time to add that one. So
What's the symbol?
GPIQ.
Oh, interesting. So
Yeah.
I,
yeah, I'm
I,
familiar with GPIX, but I'll have to look into Q. Thank you.
Yeah. GE pick is just the same thing as their GPEX. It's just NASDAQ and then SP. That's all it is. It's just similar to like JPQ, to like the position I have, but by Goldman Sachs.
I can't keep up with how many ETFs there are these days. I swear it was just like VYM back, was the only real dividend ETF you could get, and now it's like there's all these synthetic dividend funds out there. It's hard to keep up with.
Hmm.
yeah, bro. It definitely is, man. There's definitely a lot. It's damn near starting to look like the altcoin market. There's a bunch of ETFs all over the place for sure.
It's an easy time to be invested now. I mean, I couldn't imagine what people used to go through. So now you can literally invest in whatever you want. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's definitely good times, man. Especially like with the regulatory environment is getting more open to everything. So you're getting a lot more opportunities that you didn't have in the past.
100%. Oh, never mind. Elijah, you put your hand down.
Oh, I can still speak on it. I was just gonna bring up. I forgot that I sold off my SDHD, and then I just funneled it to SPY. SPYI and then some QUSA. And then I guess when you sell off that as well, like people kind of get a little defensive for some reason. And so it's quite interesting to see some of the people that own that ticker get a little upset. And I don't know. I just think it's not for everybody. Like I was saying in our last base, like it's a good ETF, but not everybody needs to own it at the same time. It's just I don't know. It's been underperforming too for a while, and so I just like Fidelity's high dividend ETF anyway better than Schwab's. But I don't know. It was just like a lot of flurries of like random posts too during the week about people defending that position too. I just thought it was really interesting. I don't know why people got so like defensive on other people selling out like SCHD for some reason.
It happens. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I will say something negative about an ETF or a stock just so people will tell me why they invest in it. Honestly, I found that it works better than saying you like something because everybody just agrees and like, oh yeah, you're super smart. But if you say something negative, they'll be like this, and I'm like, thank you for all the data. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what I do find interesting too. You do kind of find like the kind of like the fake support in the ETF, like a certain crowd, and then as soon as you kind of like, this isn't right for me, like I thought it would be, then they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. The growth over time is gonna be like 5% each year, and they're gonna outperform every last income ETF. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but it still doesn't fit for me right now. And so I just think it's really funny when people just throw out all these stats and I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with it fitting into my particular plan?
Yeah, I saw that, Elijah, and happy Saturday, everybody. Glad to see everybody's back. Elijah, that post that you shared about that, and I don't post anything negative. If y'all follow me, I'm usually always positive. But that post that you reposted about, somebody was making fun of you or trying to poke fun of you, went something like it takes 13 years for the dividend growth of SCHD to reach what GPIX is or JEBQ is. Few understand this. And I was so close to making a post that said it takes you one day to automatically get as much dividends from GPIX as it does from SCHD. Most people understand this. So close to posting it, but I didn't.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of when people do that because there's no reason to really just sit there and just try to just make yourself just seem like this out of pocket guy. It's just like this brilliant guy understanding the market, understanding all the numbers and all of that. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. At some point, it just kind of gets on my nerves. So that's why I reposted it because it was kind of annoying to just see like, oh, all these guys are investing in the income ETF space. Meanwhile, while this has this much growth, and I'm like, most of these people too, we all have a Roth and a taxable. And then for me, I have my rollover and a Roth that I actively invest into. So I don't want to have 4 different accounts with growth in there. For me, I don't see a point of having so many growth accounts, but I can just have one taxable account that's just geared towards income ETFs, which I don't really see a huge problem with anyway, because I'm still for growth long term, regardless of how you spin it.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah, you have everything going right. Most of everybody in the space does that. We are friends and talk to one another. But yeah, just poking fun at everybody and worrying about what everybody else is doing with their money, it doesn't make any sense to me.
See, Ashton has his hand up. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna add, like, it's crazy with individual stocks too, like how angry some people get about them. Like I've been pushing SoFi the whole time I've been on here, and I've lost count of how many times I've either gotten blocked or gotten in some heated argument about that, or how many times like certain people that love Tesla have came after me. But it's crazy how like if you say one wrong thing about someone's stock, or I mean, I didn't even know it happened with ETFs, but ETFs, crypto, anything, they get so defensive. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, bro. I remember you made a post talking about you sold like half your Bitcoin or a certain amount of Bitcoin to put into stocks. And bro, the comments were off the hook, dog. That shit threw me off.
Dude, I got messages like people were like giving me death threats. Like people were telling me to literally kill myself because I sold Bitcoin. I'm not even joking. Like I had to block people because of like certain messages and message requests I got, or like, you know, those replies that go into the hidden off offensive whatever category at the bottom. It was nuts, dude.
Yeah, bro. That's what's always thrown me off, bro. Like for people to get like that over what somebody like John said, to trip so hard off of what somebody else does is wild, man. That's a different type of emotional.
I was just gonna add, I really hate it, especially, and I don't know why it's always Bitcoin or it's crypto related, but it sucks because it ruins like the people that are doing stuff like that when you hate on Bitcoin or whatever, it ruins it for the actual normal sane investors that invest in Bitcoin because not everybody's like it. And that's why I hate being called a crypto or a Bitcoin bro, because it's like, you know what, not everybody is the same, you know. I've been investing in Bitcoin a long time, but if you don't want to invest in it, I really don't care. You know, like just the crazy ones always ruin it for the people that are actually know what they're doing. So, anyways, it sucks that you had to go through that. That's really not cool. But damn, they really just make a bad name for everyone.
Hey, go ahead, Venturer.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I approach things from the perspective of passing through that most people are just human. So I try to act like aliens. So I know they're gonna eventually get all tribalistic when they see different mindsets and things like that. So I tend to just block people out, or not literally, but like I hadn't seen it in meme coins, I hadn't seen it in stocks, I hadn't seen it in Bitcoin. Like after a while, I just like, all right, we just gonna find the formula and keep it. No matter what, people gonna always get into their word mode. I don't know why they do that, but for me, sometimes I use it as encouragement. I know sometimes somebody say like you be in Bitcoin, they say don't buy ETH. For me, I just go look at ETH and start trading because I know it's probably some money there if you fudding it, and I apply that to everything. So I don't really let people get to me. I just find the formula and stick to it because you can't control people. People just do things. I don't know.
Hey, that's real talk, bro. It's usually the most hated on investment that ends up doing the best. And yeah, that's like I've said before, Solana too. People said what they said about that blockchain, but it's like, bro, if you for the ones who've been buying it from $7 and up, bro, you can't tell us nothing, dog. You know, to each his own, but I don't know, man. People get very emotional over all that.
Oh yeah, big facts on that.